Hello, I'm INCHE Professor Dr. MEER AHMAD. This time I shall talk on part 3 of my golf book named just My Golf Book. And this part I also shall talk on the MEER game. The approach game consists of pitching and chipping ball to reach the green in enabling ball put in a cup on the surface of the green, beside playing ball off sand trap around a nearby green. Chipping is played immediately around green, whereas pitching is of a further distant length. In pitching, hit a ball in a full grip, full hit using a pitching wedge, and then in a softer grip, full hit. Remember both these distances. Hit a ball in a full grip, full hit using a pitching wedge, and then in a softer grip, full hit. A beginner should hit around 75 to 100 meters. Advanced between 110 to 150 meters. Any distance nearer to you than this is your approach game area. In pitching the ball, address ball in a close stance using a pitching wedge and gripping the club lighter like a wood. Play ball at various lengths and brief of a full hit according to distance estimation, according to distance length estimated. Again, aiming to hit along fairway surface that will allow or impart weight transfer. Stance width can vary from both feet near together till about near pitching wedge hit distance, but close it stance. The club is swung along a straight line using a guide point about 1 foot down along the straight line to a target. The club head swinging like a pendulum. Again, eyes are kept focused on a ball, and head kept fixed steady on area around ball till stroke is completed. The body does not move throughout the stroke, only arm move, and the butt minimally in counterbalancing arm movement. Follow through is important. The end of follow through should, in a perfect pitch, find the arm horizontal and aimed at target, as shown in a picture here. The target should be about 80% of the distance that target is, in allowing some added carry the ball in the air and allowing ball run on the green or run to the green. Where it is necessary to avoid ball rolling and to find place ball directly on a green, open the club face some to increase the loft and prevent ball from rolling forward having landed on a green. The club face is opened by gripping the grip of the pitching wedge in having the thumb little to the left and playing in a same standard manner. And you could also increase the loft by using a lob wedge or a gap wedge. I shall talk in detail about these in a brief time. Basically, lob wedge and gap wedge have a higher lob than a pitching wedge. Lob angle between a sand wedge and a pitching wedge. So, having added loft compared to a pitching wedge, the ball tends to loft higher and stop short as ball stop brief. Also gripping club near the shaft reduce distance ball travel compared to gripping at end of club. So grip the club near the shaft in case you want a reduced briefer distance, or at the middle of the grip. Experiment during training and learn to find out the distances that you pitch using the depending on where you grip the club and how you estimate the distance where you wish the ball to drop, where you want the ball to drop. Also experiment at various stance width. Stance width. Train frequently at a driving range and around a training practice green in learning the amount of power needed in every pitching distance, briefer than a full hit. An advanced golfer may want bat spin on approach hit, also involving pitching. As I said, present day golfers carry a gap wedge and a lob wedge in a bag beside pitching wedge and sand wedge, varying in loft generally instead of long irons. As I had said, you are allowed to carry 13 club plus and a putter. The pitching wedge has about 46 to 48 degree loft, giving a distance between 80 and 120 yard in a full hit. Gap wedge at 50 to 52 degree loft, giving a distance between 70 and 110 yard in a full hit. Sand wedge at 54 to 56 degree, giving you a distance between 60 and 100 yards. Lob wedge having a loft angle of 58 to 62 degree, giving a distance between 50 and 90 yards. So this can also be used at pitching and chipping distances ascertained during training. Avoid using a sand wedge though here in case your sand wedge is a heavy club head. Sand wedges are sometimes made heavy that you are able to hit and blast sand through to bring the ball out onto the green. So in case the club head of the sand wedge is heavy, avoid using a sand wedge in pitching and chipping. Talking about chipping, at the verge outside of the green, when the separation between apron and green does not impede, just aim to put the ball in the cup on the green using a putter. You need not really chip the ball. Around the apron, chip by attempt to put the ball in a same putting motion using a pitching wedge instead of a putter. Again using a overlapping grip, and instead of a interlocking grip, use a overlapping grip. Recommended in putting, as is outlined, is also the overlapping grip is also recommended in putting and in chipping. We recommend in chipping also. The loft of the club face allow a loft on a ball compared to using a putter. Again, training is important in learning to estimate force required again a certain distance. In the same manner as putting, have a target like a flag when chipping. If not, you tend to duck the ball. Do not force the distance using a pitching wedge. Find out maximum length comfortably chipped using a pitching wedge, and do not force beyond. When instead pitch the ball instead of forcing a chip. When chipping added length, use a 9 iron in the same manner. In case you need to chip an added length, use a 9 iron, tend to give additional length distance. Chipping off left foot in a right-handed provide added loft using both your club compared chipping off the right foot. Outside the apron require pitching a ball and not chipping. Also, when you need to open the club face to prevent ball rolling on a green, even playing from the apron, use a pitching wedge and pitch instead of chipping. When chipping, grip the ball firm like in putting and the wrist locked, but when pitching, loosen the wrist. It's not so firm, and also the grip is not hard, it is just enough. It's a loose grip, like holding a bird, gentle but held sufficiently, and wrist not locked. In chipping, the wrist is locked. In pitching, the wrist is not locked. Prior to playing every stroke, check to make certain left thumb in a right-hander is precisely on thumb position mark on grip. Club face neither closed not open. Right, that is it. Today, the next part is on putting, and I shall also touch on approach hitting. Besides pitching and chipping, approach hitting to bring the ball from the fairway onto the green. My thanks.